welcome back to Coffee and Grace, where we all love coffee and everyone needs God's grace. Today, I have my coffee and grace cup, and I made coffee, real coffee. This is butterscotch toffee, and I made it in the pour over because I just miss coffee, and there's no cream. It's just pure, straight coffee. And it's so yummy. Yeah, I do miss coffee. So every once in a while, I do the real thing. Anyway, yesterday I was out with my daughter, speaking of coffee, and we were looking at different ways to make coffee when we were at Target, and I'm considering getting an AeroPress. Has any one of you ever used an AeroPress? They say it's really smooth and it's easy to make one cup, and you can just press it in, and you can take it with you. You can take it hiking, camping. I live in a dry cabin with, no water, so it's the cleanup and the easiest way to make coffee is good for me. And anyways, I was just wondering if anyone has used the AeroPress. They're about $40, so I kind of wanted to just check into that. Now that I'm making 1 cup a day, I do like the real stuff, and so that might be an easier way to make a really good cup of coffee. Anyways, welcome back to Coffee and Grace, and today we're going to do day number 3 of Change Your Day, Change Your Life. Do you notice the lighting is any different? I'm trying to work on it. I still feel like I'm in the shade over here because I only have lights on this side of the house, on the side of the loft. So, still in the shade a little bit. But anyways, so we're going to read Change Your Day, Change Your Life, day number 3, and this is from Rob Carman, and I'm reading from the Bible app. This is the YouVersion Bible app, and I think it's free. We get it through our church. No, that's a different one. No, we get Right Now Media through our church. That is also a very, very good app. Anyways, this is the Bible version, and this is absolutely free to everyone. And there's tons and tons and tons of plans on there for every subject you could ever want. And I happened to find Rob Carman, and I really like him as an author. So today, this is the last day of this app, this plan. And today's is believe for a good day and enjoy it. What we believe has a dramatic effect on our lives. Jesus said, "What you have believed will be done for you." It is a principle of life that works for the good and for the bad. Worry and fear are belief that the worst is likely. We need to be optimists. We must exercise our thoughts each day to believe for good things. Our lives follow our thoughts, so we need to believe for the good. As we do that, we will receive faith, hope, and love. A physician looked at the psychological advantages of optimism over depression and concluded the following. Depressive thoughts, habitually held, increase the possibility of infection by at least 10-fold. Optimism, real faith, and enthusiasm, taken together, are powerful agents in burning out infection. I have noticed that people who maintain a confident attitude show greater healing power in the presence of sickness and disease. Enthusiasm is one of the greatest sources of health. The way we see something determines what we get out of it. If we see and believe for a great day, we will get a great day. If every day is filled with the possibility of greatness. How many times have you looked back and thought, "I should have enjoyed myself"? How often have you lived with regret for not enjoying a particular day? Today is the only moment we have. If we do not learn to enjoy it, we will not enjoy life. Grab hold of the good things each day brings. Enjoy the sunrise and all the wonderful colors of the sky. Enjoy the trees, flowers, rivers, lakes, and mountains. See how God expresses himself, his bigness, his beauty, his intricacy, his devotion to big and little things in creation. I love the lyric of Cannons, a song by Phil Wickham, that says, "The moon and the stars declare who you are." When was the last time you enjoyed your family? Do not take them for granted. Enjoy your spouse, children, grandchildren, and parents. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy being with them and doing things with them. Enjoy the people that God brings into your life. Do your work every day with purpose and enthusiasm. To enjoy a good day, work at it. Do not be negative about anything or anyone. The more positive we are, the happier each day will be. Go and make today the best day of your life. And the verses that go with today are Matthew 9:29. Then he touched their eyes and said, "According to your faith, let it be done to you." And 1 Peter 3:10 and 11. For whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. They must turn from evil and do good. They must seek peace and pursue it. And that is it for today, for the Bible plan. So, being happy can make you healthier. And I do have a diagnosis of chronic depression or generalized depression. It's not chronic, but I don't know. Is it chronic? Chronic means long term. I have it not every day, but I do have it. I've had it all my life, so I'm not sure if that's chronic or... Anyways, I do have depression, and I know, when it happens, and I do allow thoughts to make it worse. I don't know. Once you get into it, once you feel it, something will trigger, and then you just feel like you deserve to have those thoughts. I don't know. It's a very different thing. But and that's why I looked up this plan, and there's a couple others that I've really enjoyed, and one is about depression, and maybe we'll get into that next week. But actually, thinking positive things makes better days, makes a better life, and makes you healthier. And I can testify that when I've gone through some really hard times in my life, and I have anxiety about things, it really does take a horrible toll on your health. And if you let it continue, the strangest things can happen physically to your body when you allow the stress. And sometimes you don't even realize that the stress is there and that it's doing anything to you, but it does. And I was in a lead position at my job one time, and I started getting a lot of anxiety and headaches and migraines, and then I noticed that I was losing weight, and my hair was falling out, and my fingernails were getting thin. I was like, what is happening? And I went to the doctor, and they actually gave me medication for anxiety, and I was like, well, I don't have anxiety. And it's like, you do. You have stress and you have anxiety, and it's causing these physical things, and so we need to get you more balanced, and then these physical things will stop happening. And I was like, I had no idea that would happen. And anxiety actually has a lot to do with your heart health and with your blood pressure and a lot of those things. And I saw this in my mother. Even though she was getting older, she was a very healthy person. She was very strong, and she could do anything, and she would do anything physical. And she was very strong mentally, and she had a very strong faith. But things happened in her life that affected her emotional health and her mental health, I guess, which in result, I believe, in result, I believe, affected her health as physically. And I saw it happen. She had, my parents had some issues and they ended up divorced. But that really, really affected her because she had only ever been with one person her entire life from, being in junior high all the way up. She had never been with anyone else. She had never loved anyone else. And she never would. That was her only love in her life. And that was, God was the only other love. And once she was divorced, that really hurt her. She didn't understand it, but she had to let it happen because she prayed about it, and it just was not going. It just wasn't going to be. So she had to let that go. And then she had to live with the stigma herself of being a divorced woman and being a Christian. And she just, from her generation of people, that just didn't happen. You just did not get divorced. And if you did get divorced, then, that affected your Christian life. And it took her a long time to let that go and to see that God didn't love her any less or think of her any less. But it did affect her health because she did worry about that. And then her youngest son, my youngest brother, passed away when he was 28. And her children, us, there were 6 of us, plus a bunch of fosters, were her world to her. And especially after the divorce, we were there for her. And, we were everything to her. And losing the youngest, losing the baby, that, it would have happened, would have been any of us. But it really, really took a toll on her emotionally. And I think it really affected her health. And so she ended up with high blood pressure and some heart issues. And she ended up having a stroke. And I don't think any of that was the way she ate or the way she lived. I think that was emotional strain on her. And she, circumstances happened, this and that. And if you watch my other channel, Rutherford Roamings, in Alaska, you'll know that my mother passed away just 8 months ago. And they say it was COVID. I have other beliefs. But anyway, that doesn't matter. She's in heaven now with Jesus, and that's fine. And I'm glad that she's very happy now. She's very happy now. But, lesson learned. Our emotions, our depression, our negative thoughts, all these things affect our health. And we weren't meant to live here like that. We weren't meant to be depressed. God made this beautiful, beautiful earth. And all the things he created, the itty-bitty little flowers and insects and worms and all the little things. And then the mountains, the trees, the universe, the stars, all the things. And then his prized possession, his people, all of us. We were the most beautiful things he made. And if we can remember that every day for ourselves, I am his masterpiece. I am his best me. I'm the only one he made like me. And he made me the best me that I could be. And he wants me to be happy. And so I'm trying to think more positively each day. And trying to not be depressed. There's nothing to be depressed about. Things get us down. We compare ourselves to each other. There's always something in the background that triggers the depression or triggers negative thoughts. And they're all lies. They're all lies. And circumstances, you can be happy in the worst of circumstances. Anyways, today I woke up and I was like, oh, it's raining again, and it's cold in my house. It's just chilly, and it's just, I'm like, and then when I was doing my devotions and I did my prayer list, and the first thing was to be grateful, and I was like, well, I didn't wake up very grateful for the rain. So I wrote down that I was grateful for the rain, and then I was like, but am I really? Okay, so why am I grateful for the rain? So then I was thinking, I am grateful that the earth is getting watered, and that we don't have our large wildfires anymore, and that we don't have a threat of wildfire here right now. And so I'm grateful for those things. And I don't have to water my garden today, for sure. I haven't had to water it in 2 weeks because it's been raining for 2 weeks. But I'm grateful for the rain for today. And I'm happy today. And we just have to be positive and take hold of our thoughts and focus our thoughts on the good things and the beautiful creation and God's perspective on what He made for us. He created all these things for us, and He created the people that are in our lives, and He doesn't want us to be bummed out about it. He wants us to enjoy it, to love it. And I'm going to try to be grateful for all things, even the rain. And so, thank you so much for joining me on these 3 days of Coffee and Grace. And I'm hoping to do a lot more videos and get better lighting and, better background. And eventually, I'm going to have this down. But thank you for sticking with me. And I hope that you enjoy it. And I hope that I'm doing some good by putting out these videos. And so if you haven't subscribed yet, I would just ask that you would consider subscribing. I'm a very, very small channel and just beginning on this channel, and that's okay. And this channel will never be monetized, which means I'll never make money from this channel because I'll never turn it on. I have 2 other channels, and this one and a Christian children's story channel called Grandma Reads Stories for the Next Generation. These 2 channels will never be monetized because they are not for me. These are channels that are, I'm doing this for people. I just felt like God wanted me to do this. And me being a very, very much an introvert, this is not what I would do. So I am doing it, and I'm learning a lot. And this is very weird, talking to my computer. But I'm not. I'm talking to everyone out there. So anyways, I'm just asking that you would subscribe if you would like to, and help me out in growing my channel, and sharing it with others that you think might like it, and hitting the notification bell so that you won't miss any of the videos, because we will probably be doing some more Bible plans with multiple days, and then you won't miss any of those days. And then always the thumbs up. The thumbs up helps me to know you liked the video, and for the YouTube algorithm to put the video out to more people, so we can help more people with hearing God's word and just chit-chatting and having coffee. That's what we're doing. We're just having our morning devotions, our morning coffee, and thank you for joining me. And I will see you again soon. Bye.